Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Thomas, one of the mortgage experts. In this video, we'll discuss the length of employment necessary to get a mortgage for hourly income and salary income. There are many different types of employment. Hourly income and salary income will be the subject of this video, including part-time, second job, multiple job, and seasonal income. Other types of income, such as commission income, self-employed, and other income like retirement, rental, Social Security, capital gains, etc., will be discussed in different videos. The first thing to know is what really matters to a lender. There are three basic elements: length of employment, stability of income, and continuity of income. We will discuss each of these items. The first thing a lender looks for is length of employment. Here is the guideline directly from the Fannie Mae underwriting guidelines. Typically, when a borrower has been generating income for 2 or more years from either part-time or full-time work with any number of employers, the lender may base its underwriting decision on the borrower's current income. In other words, you do not need to have the same job for a full 2 years. It is possible for a borrower to qualify for a mortgage without having a full 2 years of employment. First jobs and jobs in a new field is a good example. You only need 1 month of income if the job is a first job or a job in a new field. However, the borrower must have recently completed specific training for the first or new job. Here are some examples: a recent college degree and the job is in the same field as the degree major, or a recent training certificate for the particular job. 1 paycheck and an offer letter is acceptable in lieu of 1 full month of income. The second thing a lender looks at is stability of income. Income stability rather than employment stability is what matters. You do not need to have the same job for 2 years to qualify for a mortgage. It is acceptable to change jobs often as long as the income earned is stable, and that means it's the same or increasing. The third thing a lender looks at is continuity of income. There must be a likelihood of continued receipt of income for at least 3 years from the loan application date. It is important to know, though, that unless there is evidence that it will not continue for 3 years, the lender should conclude that the income will continue. So you don't have to worry about being able to prove that you will receive your income for 3 years. What about part-time, second job, and multiple job income? First of all, the income must be uninterrupted for the previous 2 years. Sometimes 12 months is acceptable, provided there is strong evidence that the income will continue. Also, there must be a strong likelihood of continuation of income. And thirdly, the income must be averaged over the previous 2 years. For seasonal income, the borrower must have worked the same job or in the same line of seasonal work for the previous 2 years. Also, the employer must verify that there is a reasonable expectation that the borrower will be rehired for the next season. For bonus and overtime income, the income must have been received for the previous 2 years. The employer must confirm that the income is likely to continue. The income must be averaged over the previous 2 years. If the earnings trend is stable or increasing, then it is acceptable. However, if the earnings trend is decreasing, then it is not acceptable. Here are the rules for borrowers who have periods of no employment. If the period between employment is less than 1 month, then no explanation is required. If the period is a few months, then an explanation is required, and looking for work is an acceptable explanation. If the period is greater than 6 months, then the borrower must be employed for 6 months before qualifying for the mortgage, and the work must be related to the previous employment. A good example would be someone who took a few years off to raise children. When you're looking for a mortgage, you need an expert. If you're a real estate agent and you've ever had a deal fall apart, it's time to start referring the mortgage experts to your clients. If you're a consumer looking to buy a house or refinance an existing mortgage, you need expert advice. Call us, Chris and Debbie Thomas, the mortgage experts, and you'll get the advice and the mortgage you deserve. If you like this tip, check out all the tips on our website. Tell everyone you know about the mortgage experts, and call us with any questions you might have.